Welcome to the West London SCSMath continuation of the morning program. We're going to do a little reading of Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta and the Golden Volcano of Divine Love. And we're reading Antya-līlā, chapter 3, beginning of the chapter, the Glories of Haridāsa Ṭhākura. And yesterday we started that chapter. And I started off with a description of how Mahaprabhu was meeting with this very fine young boy who was very much surrendered to Mahaprabhu, and that's why he had the opportunity to freely meet him. But Damodar Pandit, being a simple and pure devotee, he was very upset that Mahaprabhu is meeting this boy. And it turned out that why he was upset was because the mother of this boy was a widow. The father of the boy died, and she was a very young mother. And Mahaprabhu was a young and beautiful man, and the mother was a young and beautiful woman. So, he says, "Oh, my dear Lord, you can act as you please. No one can say anything to restrict you. Nevertheless, the entire world is impudent. People can say anything. How can you stop them? Why give them reason to criticize you or etc.? So, and you, my dear Lord, are a handsome, attractive young man. Therefore, certainly people will whisper about you. Why should you give them such an opportunity? Although the boy's mother is completely austere and chaste, she has one natural fault. She's a very beautiful young girl." And having said this, Damodar Pandit became silent. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu smiled, pleased within himself, and considered the impudence of Damodar Pandit. So that's where we left off yesterday. Mahaprabhu is now thinking about this, but thinking about how impudent his devotee just acted, but within he's pleased. Then verse 19, Antya-līlā chapter 3, verse 19, Jaya Jaya Śrī Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Jaya Dvaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Śrīla Gurudev, Śrīla Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Śrīla Krishna-das Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki Jai, Jai Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki Jai. Ihare kahi shuddha premera ranga, Damodara samamora nahi antaranga. And this is Mahaprabhu, he's considering and thinking about this. This impudence is also a sign of pure love for me. I have no other intimate friend like Damodar Pandit. Eta kavichari Prabhu madhyane chalila, aradine Damodare nibrite bolaila. Thinking in this way, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu went to perform his noon duties. The next day, he called Damodar Pandit to a solitary place. 21. Prabhu kohe Damodar choloho nadiya, matara samipe tumi rohotaha jaya. The Lord said, "My dear friend Damodar, you had better go to Nadia and stay with my mother." Tamabina tahara raksha kanahi dekhiana, amake hajate tumi kaila savadhana. I see no one but you to protect her, for you are so careful that you can caution even me. That's a good way to put it. You're so careful, my friend, that you even caution me. See, I'm sure you are the one to protect my mother. What a beautiful, beautiful way to turn this around. Toma sama nirapekha nahi moragane, nirapekha nahile dharma na jaya rakshane. You are the most neutral among my associates. This is very good, for without being neutral, one cannot protect religious principles. Very interesting. Devananda Prabhu, do you understand what this means? To be neutral, to protect religious principles? Neutral, I mean, I don't understand this one. For without being neutral, one cannot protect religious principles.
Not going one way or the other way. Staying in the middle.
Of what? Middle of what? Staying.
Oh, that's what the word neutral.
But in the middle of like in general, or in the middle of, you know.
No, I think it's just it's just.
But you say not going too much and too less of what? Too much of what? Too less of what? In the middle of what? You know what I mean?
Read the verse.
Yes, bro. Or you are most neutral among my associates. This is very good. For without being neutral, one cannot protect religious principles.
Yeah.
What is how would a neutral person that protects religious principles act and look like? What does that mean? He's neutral. Maybe he's neutrally, able to, like maybe in this example, he was neutral enough that he saw that, oh, Mahaprabhu, although they're in devotion meeting with no contamination, I can also see the other side of the people with their contaminated minds who will start gossiping. And in this way, he's like in between. He's devotee purely, but he also sees, what the people will hear, seeing all these different sides and being neutral to all these transcendental, material, and maybe in this way, he's protecting the religious principle. Jai Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Sundar Radha Giridhari Ki Jai. Okay, then let's try next verse. 24. Ama hoite jena hoy, setoma hoite hoy, amare karila danda ana keva hoy. And Mahaprabhu is continuing to speak. You can do whatever I cannot. Indeed, you can chastise even me, not to speak of others. Matara grihe rahi jai matara charane tomara ge nahi vokaro swachanda charane. It is best for you to go to the shelter of my mother's lotus feet, for no one will be able to behave independently in front of you. Maybe neutral as well, he's not taking sides of people. He will not allow the impudent bad behavior of others, no matter who they are. Even if it's the Lord himself, he's like, oh, come on, my Lord. You cannot meet this boy. I mean, he has a young mother. Come on, what will the people say? In this way, and maybe he will be able to protect his mother better. For no one will be able to behave independently in front of you. I love that Mahaprabhu is taking that quality and using it in the best way possible. And he's like giving him this service. Take the capacity of the devotee and just directing it where it can be used. Madhye madhye asiba kobhu amara darashane shigra kori puna tahan koroha gamane. And he's continuing to speak. At intervals, you may come see me here and then. You can come see me here in Puri, and then soon again go there. Matre kahi mor koti namaskare, mor sukha katha kahi sukha dinatare. Offer my mother millions of my obeisances. Please speak to her about my happiness here, and thus give her happiness. Jai. The happiness of the devotee and the mother, the happiness of the Nirantara nija katha tomare sunaite. E lagi Prabhu more padhailai hante. Tell her that I sent you to inform her of my personal activities, so that she may share in my happiness. Etakohi matara mane santosha janmaya, arguhya katha tare smarana karaya. Speaking in this way, satisfy the mind of Mother Shachi. Also, remind her of one most confidential incident with this message from me. Bare bare asi ami tomara bhavane mishtana vyanjana sabha koriye bhojane. And that message is, and it will go for more than one verse, 3 verses, 4, 5. Okay, so that is his message to Mother Shachi. So remind her of the confidential incident with this message. I come to your home again and again to eat all the sweetmeats and vegetables you offer. You know that I come and eat the offerings, but because of external separation, you consider this a dream. During the last Magha Sankranti festival, you cooked varieties of vegetables, condensed milk, cakes, and sweet rice for me. You offered the food to Lord Krishna, and while you were in meditation, I suddenly appeared, and your eyes filled with tears. I went there in great haste and ate everything. When you saw me eating, you felt a great happiness. In a moment, after you had wiped your eyes, you saw that the plate you had offered me was empty. Then you thought, I dreamt as if Nimai were eating everything. In the condition of external separation, you were again under illusion, thinking that you had not offered the food to Lord Vishnu. Then you went to see the cooking pots and found that every pot was filled with food. Therefore you again offered the food after cleansing the place for the offering. Thus I again and again eat everything you offer me, for I am attracted by your pure love. Only by your order I am living in Nilachal, Jagannathapuri, Puri. Nevertheless, you still pull me near you because of your great love for me. That's the message. And we'll hear all the Bengali verses all in a row as well. And maybe then there's a purport as well. I skipped one. So here's the message in its originality. Well, at least in the verse form of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Bare bare asi tomara bhavane mishtana vyanjana soba koriye bhojane. Bhojana kori ami tumi taha jana bahya virahe taha swapna kori mana. Ei Magha Sankrante tumi randhana karila nana vyanjana kshira pitha payasa arandhila. Krishna bhoga lagaya jabe kaila dhyan amara spurti hoila ashru bharila nayan. Aste vyaste ami giya sakali khaila ami khai dekhi tomara sukha upajila. Bahya viraha dashaya puna bhranti hoila bhoga na lagailu ne jnana hoila. Paka patre dekhila soba anna achre bhari puna bhoga lagaila sthana samskara kari. Ei mata bar bar kariye bhojan tomara shuddha preme more kore akarshan. Tomara kyate ami achi nila chale nikate loya jao ama tomara prema bole. There we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And that was the message. And there is one purport by Śrīla Prabhupada Jai. And so because Mother Shachi was feeling separation from Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, she thought she was dreaming that her son had come to her. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu, however, wanted to inform her that actually it was not a dream. He actually came there and ate whatever his mother offered him. Such are the dealings of advanced devotees with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, Premanjana-charita bhakti-vilochenana Santa sadaiva Haridāyeshu vilokayanti Yam shyama sundaram achintya guna swarupam Govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajami. I worship the primeval Lord Govinda, who is always seen by the devotees whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. The Lord who is always seen by the devotees whose eyes are anointed with the pulp of love. He is seen in his eternal form of Shyam Sundar, situated within the heart of the devotees. So that was Brahma Samhita 538. Pure devotees realize dealings with the Lord on the transcendental plane. But because the devotees are still in the material world, they think that these are dreams. The Lord, however, talks with the advanced devotee, and the advanced devotee also sees him. It is all factual, it is not a dream. And that's why Prabhupada is quoting this verse from Brahma Samhita, whose eyes are anointed with love.
Yeah.
He can see the Lord.
Yes.
Material world, spiritual world, no matter. Okay. Should I continue, Prabhu?
Yeah.
A little bit more? Okay, next verse. So the message is finished. E mata bar var karai hasmarana Mora namaloyatara bandiha charan. Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu told Damodar Pandit, remind Mother Shachi in this way again and again, and worship her lotus feet in my name. Etakahi Jagannathira prasada Antya-līlā Mata ki Vaishnava dite prithak dila. After saying this, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu ordered that varieties of prasad offered to Lord Jagannath be brought. The Lord then gave him the prasad. Him, who did he give it to? To Damodar Pandit. Correct. I'm just checking. The Lord then gave Damodar Pandit the prasad separately packed. So he gave him the prasad separately packed to offer to various Vaishnavas and his mother back in Navadvip. So he's sending some Jagannath prasad. Tabe Damodara chali Nadiyāīla Matare miliyatara charane rahila. In this way, Damodar Pandit went to Nadia, Navadvip. After meeting Mother Shachi, he stayed under the care of her lotus feet. Acharyadi Vaishnavere Mahaprasada Dila Prabhura Yaiche Agya Pandita Ṭhākura. He delivered all the prasad to such great Vaishnavas as Advaitacharya. Thus he stayed there and behaved according to the order of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. And what was the order of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu? Well, give the prasad to everyone. So he delivered the prasad to such great Vaishnavas as Advaitacharya. And thus he stayed there and behaved according to the order of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. I think this means the order of, be your neutral self and protect Mother Shachi, because nobody can act independently in front of you. It means like whimsically, nobody can do whatever they want when they're next to you. You will keep everyone in check. Something like that. Only a neutral person can protect the religious principles. Something like that. So he behaved according to the order of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Damodara age swatantriya na hoya kahar, tar bhaye sab kare sankacha vyavahar. Everyone knew that Damodar Pandit was strict in practical dealings. Therefore, everyone was afraid of him and dared not to do anything independent. It's good. We need devotees of all kinds, right? We need strict, easygoing. We need fallen devotees like myself. Otherwise, there will be no one to save. All kinds of devotees are necessary for the whole. Prabhu gane jara dekhi alpa maryada laghan bhakya danda kare kare maryada sthapan. Damodar Pandit would verbally chastise every devotee of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu whom he found deviating even slightly from proper behavior. Thus, he established the standard etiquette. Beautiful. Beautiful. No, I don't think so. You are so modest and humble, Prabhu. Only when you eat prasadam on top of the transcendental flyers we distribute, only that is chastisable, but nothing else. Eta kahila damodarera vakya danda. Danda is like a stick, but danda means to chastise, like give them the stick. So this has been mentioned quite a lot here. Eta kahila damodarera vakya danda jahara shravane bhagi agyaya prashanda. In this way I have described Damodar Pandit's verbal chastisements. As one hears about this, atheistic principles and ignorance depart. I wanted to finish the topic before moving on. Yes, 2 more verses. Chaitanya-līlā gambhīra koti samudra hoite, ki lagi ki kare keha na pare bujhite. The pastimes of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu are deeper than millions of seasoned oceans. Okay. Yeah. Therefore, no one can understand what he does, nor why he does it. Ataiva guddhartha kichui na jani, bahya artha karivare karitanatani. I do not know the deep meaning of Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu's activities. As far as possible, I shall try to explain them externally. What beautiful expression as well of humility and glorification of the glory of Leela, that it is so deep that even Krishna-das Swami is just trying to explain it, and he's trying to describe it at least externally. Although his external description is a very deep description for us, because we don't even have that in our heart. So that's why this is his humility and our, standard of height. Anyways, I think we should stop here, yes, Prabhu? And then because the next topic is going to begin, and it is 8 o'clock. Jai Śrī Caitanya-caritāmṛta ki jai. And I do wonder if Mahaprabhu continued meeting that Brahman boy.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Damodar said that, he sent him to Navadvip. And then what? Then he continued meeting him, presumably. Maybe. Or he just, or maybe he listened to his devotees' chastisement. Or, not chastisement, remark, maybe. Then Prabhu, would you read the Golden Volcano? You want to read?
Well, you might as well. How long have you got, Prabhu?
I got like 5 more minutes.
Yeah, okay, you continue, Prabhu.
Okay, I will start, Prabhu, as you say. Thank you. So I see page 90. Mad Nimai Pandit is the chapter. Mad Nimai Pandit. Does that sound about right? The last few words were, okay, first of all, Jai, Srila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Jai Shri, the Golden Volcano of Divine Love ki Jai. Jai. So the last few words were, at that time, okay, they went and saw the long figure of the Lord, his joints dislocated, lying on the sand, senseless. Svarup Damodar and the others began to chant the holy name of Krishna in his ear until he came to his senses. At that time, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu began to describe the Leela of Krishna that he had seen in his trance. In this way, after Advaita Acharya's poetry was sent to him, Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu lived his last 12 years in the mood of intense separation that Srimati Radharani felt for Krishna. I see. So Srila Guru Maharaj was already describing how Mahaprabhu received a secret message from Advaita Acharya, from Navadvip. And the essence of it was, you are free to do as you like now. Your preaching is successful. You have shown everyone everything you need to show. And since then, he went into his trance and lived his last 12 years in the mood of intense separation that Srimati Radharani felt for Krishna. Does that about sum up what you guys read yesterday?
Yeah, that.
Yes. Okay, then Mad Nimai Pandit. This intense degree of divine madness was exhibited by Śrī Caitanya Mahaprabhu in his last days on this earth. But even in his life in Navadvip, when Mahaprabhu was the great boy scholar Nimai Pandit, everyone thought he had become mad after he had returned from Gaya and had begun showing signs of devotion to Krishna. The normal thinking men of the day said, this Nimai Pandit was a good man, a gentleman, but after returning from Gaya, he is totally changed and is doing so many undesirable things. He wants to preach so many new ideas. What is this? He has become a madman. He doesn't care for any rules and regulations, social customs, or ancient scriptures. Only Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Before, he was normal, but recently, he has become abnormal. Of course, he has a powerful intellect. When he was a professor, he did not care for the scholarship of even the greatest of Pandits. He easily defeated the champion scholar, Keshava Kashmiri, and many others. But now we have lost him. Now he is different. He does not care for the Brahmanas or the scriptures we follow. He has a new opinion, and he's presenting that to the world. His ways are incomprehensible. These were the thoughts of people. I don't know why, but I feel like Guru Maharaj is saying this. I feel like Guru Maharaj is saying this to show that it's not that Mahaprabhu progressed in his spiritual life And at the end of his life, in the last 12 years, he started feeling transcendental ecstasy, mood of separation. That he was already a madman as a boy. As a boy scholar, Nimai Pandit, he already became mad. And he would hold himself, he took sannyas, and he would hold himself just to preach, something like that. Kind of hold himself, I'm not sure if that's the phrase, as in, he would hold himself back a little bit. This is not authoritative. Let's see what Guru Maharaj says. The neighbors complained to his mother, Shachi Devi. Shachi Devi, what is this? Nimai was not like this before. Now he doesn't care for us anymore. He even has no charm for his wife. What a comment. So abnormal. He doesn't even have charm for his wife. Come on, Mother Shachi. Are you seeing this? What has he become? You are the daughter of a gentleman, but just see your misfortune. What to do? The fact is this, Shachi, your only son, who was so brilliant, has become mad. You must arrange for proper medical treatment. Then Shachi Devi called for the Kaviraj, the doctor. Okay, a little bit more, and then I have to go. The doctor made an arrangement for a small brick bathing tank to be filled up with Vishnu oil, which is supposed to be a very cooling thing. Mad and like heat, calm him down, cool him down with this special oil. And Nimai Pandit was asked to bathe in that tank. He did so, and suddenly began laughing and playing in the tank. As he was diving and swimming in the oil, he was laughing madly. At that time, Srivas Ṭhākura arrived for a visit and asked, "How is Nimai Pandit?" Shachi Devi told him, "Just see my misfortune. My Nimai has become completely mad. I called for the doctor and he arranged for this treatment." As she showed Srivas how Nimai was playing in the tank, he asked, "What is this?" Shachi replied, "My neighbors advised me to do this." Srivas said, "You are a very gentle lady. You do not know how to deal with others. What Nimai has, I want. Your boy has krsna-prema, and I want a drop of that. If only we are allowed to live a few days longer, we shall have the opportunity of seeing many wonderful pastimes of Krishna." Then Nimai became sober for the time being and told Srivas, "If you had also remarked that I was mad, then I would have run to the Ganges and finished my life. At least you have understood what I am. That is my solace, Srivas. If you would have told the public he is mad, then I would have found that there is no man here to accept what I have come to give. So I must enter the river and drown myself without hesitation." Prabhu, I want to pass on the book to you. And then maybe you come here for the camera, sit somewhere here. Oh, you're finished? Okay. Anyway, then Jai, Golden Volcano, Divine Love, Ki Jai, Jai Shri Guru Maharaj, Ki Jai. Okay, then that is it for today, and I have to run away. Dandavas, dear listeners, and dear unmanifest devotees, and dear manifest devotees, and my dear Lord.